All right, welcome back, everybody, to SJG Perspective. So I have a very fun little story for us all today. Probably should have got this one thing set up real quick. It's really funny. It's shit. I am gonna try not to do too long of a video, but this one's just so choice. It's hard not to get excited about it. We're gonna switch out to this one here. Sorry, that's me streaming. That's it right there. I guess that's just fine. We can just do this. Yeah, like that. That'll work. So I'll go back here. So this one comes from The Blaze. They covered it, but it is just wonderful. It is so wonderful. Let me tell you why. Representative Ilhan Omar, she denies that men have an advantage over women. Not in cooking, because that's probably a toss-up, right? There's some really good men that can cook and women. Not in house cleaning, because we obviously know who's got the advantage there, right? Am I right? No, this one is, she says there is no advantage to men in regards to weight lifting. Just let that sink in for a second. She is saying that it is discriminatory that a man is not going to have an advantage. This is the party of science. Okay, this is the party that says we're all dying from global warming. Science proves that 97% of scientists agree, which is a bunch of crap. This is the group that believes in science. They are the intellectuals. They are the smarter than you crowd. And they are literally, this Representative Ilhan Omar is literally coming out and saying, men don't have any advantage over women when it comes to weightlifting. I love it. Let me tell you why I love this. Because these people are getting outed for the retards that they are, okay? And we should sit back, and kind of makes you want to just like get angry a little bit, like, oh my God, these people are so stupid. Embrace their stupidness. Embrace it. Because they are showing what fools they are, and seriously how they are only driven by their agenda. By their agenda and by their dogma and by their rhetoric. And by this, they just want to push a narrative and rhetoric just so they can be considered, compassionate and enlightened and, fill in the blank, whatever word you want to put in there. This is just, it's wonderful here. See where I'm at here. How could I have already been going for 3 minutes? Do I talk that long? Crap, I wanted to do this in like 5 minutes. So we got to get through this real quick because I just wanted to make a quick video. So the Party of Science, Representative Ilhan Omar denies men have weightlifting advantage over women, demands a probe into discriminatory competition. Oh, man, the myth that trans women are a direct competitive or have a direct competitive advantage is not supported by medical science. Yeah, actually it is. It completely is. Actually, science backs it up. And even if science didn't back it up, thousands of years of history would back it up. That says, typically, not 100% of the time, and with a lot of the beta males that we're raising in this generation, maybe she's kind of right. Maybe that gap is starting to slide together a little bit, because we do have a whole bunch of little soy boy beta turds out there that maybe women could lift as much weights as them. I don't know, but generally, you get the point that that never works. That just doesn't work. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. Okay, men. Physically, scientifically, the anatomy of men can lift more weights typically than a woman can. I'm not saying all women are weak or all women are wussies or nothing like that. I'm saying if you take somebody who is competing in, let's say, weightlifting against somebody of equal weight class that's competing from the women they're weightlifting, 9 times out of 10, the dude's gonna beat the chick. We're the feminists on this. I thought that was all what it was about. I thought women were the end-all be-all, and we should fall down and worship them, and men were pieces of toxic crap. So now some dude who's becoming a chick, getting his chopped off or retucked in or whatever they do, now you're trying to say that he's just as equal. I mean, yeah, they are just. This isn't about who's a better person or who has more worth or I guess who's more equal. But there's differences, bros and chicks. There's differences, sisters and bros. There's differences, and weightlifting them is a very classic one of them. You can't get much more straightforward on this, on being able to expose some differences of then pick up that boulder. Can I get a little hand here? That's just, and that isn't to put women down. That's just to say there's some differences. You know what I mean? Oh man, this is a good article. You guys should go and read it. She says, I urge you to reconsider the discriminatory, unscientific policy and follow the example of the International Olympic Committee, Omar wrote to the USA Powerlifting last month, noting she's asking Elson to conduct an investigation. The myth that trans women have a direct competitive advantage is not supported by medical science, and it continues to stoke the fear and violence against one of the most at-risk communities in the world. Well, I don't think they're one of the most at-risk communities in the world. I know that's what you want us to believe and what you're telling us, but that's really not what the deal is. They're really not one of the most at-risk communities in the world. Now, if you disagree with anything to do, like what I'm doing right now, pointing out some biological, factual differences, there's some risk for me, right? I'm going to get labeled a whole bunch of things, probably a racist for doing that, and a bigot, and a misogynistic, toxic male, I don't know, a bunch of ists and isms all get called for simply saying, typically, not 100% of the time, I'll give you that, but 95-ish to 99-ish % of the time, a dude is going to be able to lift more than a chick. Okay? That's just how this works. That doesn't mean we're better. It just is a fact of science. It's a fact of life. Why is this a thing? But I love it. I love it, actually. I love that it's a thing. You want to know why I love that it's a thing? Let him go. Let him talk more. Please, AOC, Alexandria something Cortez, Alexio, or whatever her name is. Please talk more. Talk more about your Green Deal. I want to touch on that later tonight, too. Please, to do it. Shout it from the mountaintops with authority. I am woman, hear me roar. Shout it out with authority. All these crazy, wacky, ridiculous ideologies and theories that you guys have. Because I'm going to tell you what, and any conservative or libertarian or person that is like, I can't believe it, I think this is so frustrating. No, you should embrace it. Embrace it. Embrace it. Spread it on like Facebook and everything. Mock them because it is kind of ridiculous. Have fun with that. But embrace it. Because this is good for the conservative. When they say stuff like this, it's good for the conservative. It's good for us because it's ridiculous. And we want them to out themselves, right? Hey, if you like the video, subscribe. And I wanted to give at the end of this a shout out to Justin Trouble. Justin, thank you for sharing my Make Antifa Go Away video today. I had quite a few people come over and subscribe to the channel and like the video, so I really appreciate that, man. I want to do more stuff with you. And if anybody on my video or sees this, go check out Justin Trouble. He, if you're, a libertarian, freedom-loving person, then conservative, whatever. You have a brain and you understand, you like to have some insightful little video collages of how the left seems to be losing brain matter. Go check out Justin Trouble. His videos are really great. He has a little bit of a focus on Antifa, but he does a bunch of other videos too. And so check him out. He's great. Subscribe, SJG Perspective, and until next time, without fear or animus, SJG Perspective. So that's it. All right, guys. Have a good night. Bye. Or afternoon, whatever.